Okay, here's a diagram representing the situation. We've got this antenna, which I've labeled as being h feet high. We've got the two guy wires attached to the top of the antenna, anchored on opposite sides of the antenna. And the angle that the short guy wire makes with the ground is 67 degrees. And I've labeled this distance from, let's say, A to B as x sub 1, and from B to C as x sub 2. And if we add those two distances together after we find them, we'll have the distance between the anchor points. Okay, so if we look at the left-hand triangle, we know an angle, we know the hypotenuse. We can find, using trigonometry, either of the other two sides. So cosine of 67 equals x sub 1 over 120. X sub 1 is 120 cosine of 67. So that's one leg, or one piece of the distance between them. Then we'll probably have to find h, and then use the Pythagorean theorem to find x sub 2. So h is 120 sine of 67. And once we know h, we can say h squared plus x sub 2 squared equals the hypotenuse squared. That's this equation right here. To solve for x sub 2, we'll subtract h squared from both sides, then take the square root, the positive square root. And at the same time, I can substitute for h 120 sine of 67. So there's x sub 2. If we add those two together, we get the distance between the anchor points. I'll leave the calculation to you. Be sure your calculator is in degree mode. There you go. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.